Hello, good day to you. My name is Yafoda Tobra, and it's Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. Today we are doing a book club, book read. So Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner is so named because of my books. I have 4 books that I have written. I'll just share them with you. So here they are. The first one is Reflection for a Thirsty Soul. That came out in 2020. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart is the second one. Reflections is a motivational book, short stories, and the scriptures attached for you to reflect on. And then The Beauty of a Woman's Heart is about women who are, we do nurturing, we're caring for people, but we forget ourselves. So it's important that we also take care of ourselves, and that book will empower you. My third book is Refreshing for My Weary Soul. That came out also in 2021, same as Beauty of a Woman's Heart. It's a devotional. I take different passages and I talk about it. And my fourth book is Own It. That came out last year. It's a guide to taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey. So, a lot of times we feel entitled or enabled, things that we are supposed to do ourselves, we think others should be doing for us. So, this is just a guide to help you on your journey. As well, I have my fifth book that will be coming out soon. In another month or so, My Unapologetic Self. It's a guide to being real and living life on your own terms. In some of the environments in which we grew up, we were not allowed to be ourselves, own our truths. You were directed by adults or whatever the culture said. So sometimes you don't know your own person. There's certain things or values you've been taught, and as you grow up, you start to unpack them and form your own values for life. So it's always good to be your unapologetic self and not follow a script. So watch out for that on Amazon later this year. I said soon, right? So probably in another month or so, I'd say. So today we are, let me pull up my banner. Today I'm talking about respect. Is it overrated? Yes, it's from my book Own It, and that's on page 39. I talk about respect. So it's 39 to 41. There's questions there that you also have to answer. So when we say respect, like respect is very important in society, because we have to be, polite to each other, accord each other, some uh, have people keep their dignity. So respect is basically having a high regard for someone. You look up to them because of their achievements, their abilities, or some qualities that they have. Respect also means showing humility and being sensitive. I'm laughing because I know that some of us are not very sensitive at certain times. We all do it anyway. And respect is also being open and honest and behaving with integrity. It's about being polite, acting with kindness, and it also involves trust. So, what are some of the other words for respect? Admiration, appreciation, praise, adoration, esteem, and regard. But do you know that respect starts with you? You, as a person, you need to respect yourself, honor yourself, hold yourself in high regard, because nobody is going to come do it for you. And as I say this, at the bottom of page 41 of Own It, I have a quote. It says, "A lack of boundaries invites a lack of respect," by an iota of truth. A lack of boundaries invites a lack of respect. Basically, you teach people how to treat you. So if somebody is acting with disrespect towards you, it's up to you to firmly and politely, you know, push back and tell them that you do not accept that kind of behavior. So you have to know that it begins with you. Don't allow people to treat you anyhow. Don't go through life not setting boundaries of what is appropriate and what is inappropriate to you. Okay, so we call that self respect. And then we also have respect for others. Give me a sec. We also have respect for others. So basically, you as a person, You need to respect people. You have to respect people. If you're not respectful, people will not. Oh, hello, Adonoti. Thanks for joining us. If you are not respectful, people will also not respect you, and you become known for that. So there's respect for self, respect for others, and then respect for our environment, the space in which we live. In every community, there's societal norms, codes that people live by. And, it's like, let me give an example. When you meet somebody for the first time, it's always a good thing to have eye contact, shake their hands, and introduce yourself. So if the person is shaking your hands and they are not looking at you, we call it shifty behavior, or sometimes people can be rude. They won't even greet you. The worst thing that you can have is two people having a conversation, and then the third person comes in and is talking to the other person, ignoring the other. In polite society, we don't do that. You have to be respectful. You acknowledge everybody around you, yes, before you start talking. And so the question that I have for you is, do you honor yourself? Do you believe that you deserve respect as a person? Because if you don't, then people will treat you anyhow. And in the book, I asked this question, that is respect a one-way street? In the environment in which I grew up, the adult was always right. Okay, Ching Plang, you say you do respect. That's cool. Good to know. So it's respect a one-way street. The adult was always right. Even when they made a mistake, you, the child, you can't out them. It became, there was a lot of, I don't know how to call it, cover up going on, that it is not respectful to tell an adult that they are wrong. So when I think back, or I look back, I ask myself, is that responsible for some of the things that we are seeing now? Hello, Alfred. Thanks for joining us. Is that why we're seeing what we're seeing now? Because in my community on social media, what I see is young people, actually old and young alike, but I'm finding that the young now appear to be so disrespectful. We talk about when you put an opinion out that they don't agree with, then they will insult you. But I guess we haven't learned, and I'll be doing a piece next week on communication. We haven't learned how to agree to disagree, because if you come on a platform like you are on right now and I'm saying something that you don't agree with, tell me your point of view respectfully. And then if I don't agree with you, we agree to disagree in a respectful manner. You don't insult me, I don't insult you. Oh, thank you, Alfred. I appreciate it. I don't insult you, right? So, we just have to learn to honor people, respect people. There are people too who only respect people who are wealthy. I call it the big man syndrome. It's only the big people who are worthy, people who are worthy of respect, right? So we only respect the rich people. And so, the big massa, boss thing is going on. And you ask yourself, do you know what I grew up with? When I was growing up in Ghana, I always say this because it has made such a mark on me that it's never left me from my teenage years or young girl age. There was a Saturday newspaper called the Weekly Spectator, and you see a man climbing up the stairs, and the caption reads, "Be nice to the people you meet on your way up. They are the same people you meet on your way down." So if you see the cleaner, you see the janitor, you don't greet them, you treat them with respect. I see a lot of skits on social media where, some old man or some old woman, they bump into a young person. The young person gets out of their car, slaps them around, treats them with such disdain. And it's so sad. You have to respect. Hello, Patricia. Thanks for joining us. You have to respect everybody. It doesn't matter who they are. It does not matter. You don't know who they may be. There could be a rich person who's fallen on poor times, and that doesn't even matter. They are a human being first. You have to learn to give every human being their dignity, their respect. But some people talk anyhow. They'll just insult you like that in a minute, in a flash, and you are done. And there's nothing that you can do. You see it in relationships, you know, even in family situations. People are not respected. Sometimes you are the firstborn, there's no respect for you. You could be the middle child, no respect for you. Lastborns are bullied and treated badly, you know. In relationships between men and women, boyfriend, girlfriend. Oh, you're welcome, sis. Boyfriend, girlfriend, same thing happens. You know, we treat each other anyhow. Sometimes if you hear a man telling their wife, wa bondodo in tree means you are dumb, you are not smart. And I look and I'm thinking, what? So excuse me to say, just for the mere fact that you paid a dowry to marry her so you can talk to her anyhow. So there's a lot going on. And if you are not setting standards of how you want to be treated as a human being, people will disrespect you all the time. And we were, because of how we were brought up too, you know, it was little children should be seen and not heard. You don't talk, only grown-ups talk. When grown-ups are around, they send you to your room and that kind of thing. So a lot of us grew up very timid. Sister Patricia says, tell me about it. A lot of us grew up very, very timid. So even to speak up is a problem. But you know what? You have to find your voice. When you are speaking up, it's not about being rude or shouting up at people. So, say Sister Patricia says something to me that I don't like. All I have to go and say, oh, Sister Pat, please, you said this, you know, I don't agree with you. This is how I felt. But you know how we are. We don't even acknowledge or take it serious. Oh, I was saying people will come and talk anyhow to you. And when you call them out for their behavior, they go, oh, I was just joking. And they try to minimize it. Don't buy into it. Then they leave you feeling that, oh, is it me? Am I taking life too seriously? Am I taking things too seriously? They are wrong. They need to be respectful. And the question they should ask themselves is, if you did it to them, would it make them happy? Okay, Alfred, no problem. You can watch it after. Yeah. Um, you know, if you treated them like that, would they like it? So basically, when we think about respect, first of all, you need to say to yourself that, look, every human being deserves to be respected, regardless of who they are, where they come from, and all that. But you yourself too have to teach people how to treat you. I said it earlier on. Okay, so there's something called boundaries. We don't have boundaries in our communities. If you are from the African community, you know what I'm talking about. And especially with reference to my people from Ghana. Oh my goodness, how dare you put up a boundary? You know, I'm playing with you, Kakra, and you are being, no, no, no. It's okay. You know, people don't like it when you push back, but with time, they'll start to say, oh, that lady, she doesn't put up with that. Oh, that guy, I'll say, that guy doesn't put up with that. Because these behaviors, if we don't learn how to um, talk to people, how to appreciate people, how to honor them, you find out that your circle will start to get smaller. There are people who are very arrogant. They have no regard for anybody. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. They treat you like crap and they expect you to put up with it. But pretty soon you find out that you lose people. Nobody wants to come around you. And you get known as, oh, that person, they don't respect. They are so rude. They are so ill mannered, you know. It's crazy, isn't it? It is. And so then, you know, like I say, respect with people kind of, I think there's, even in our community, you hear things like, oh, do you know who I am? I'm a big man. Do you know who I am? And so they think that they should talk to anybody anyhow. But if you are the big man, you have to set the example. There are some people in authority, bosses, they are so calm, so humble. They treat everybody so right. People just feel good to be around them. Why can't more of us be like that? It's something that we have to learn. Like this culture of insult, it's not doing us any good. It's not doing us any good at all. If you've just come on, this is Auntie Yaa'S book club. We're doing a book read from my fourth book, Own It. It's a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. You can find it on Amazon. And the reason why I ask this question is that a lot of times we think, especially in the community we come from, people think that we feel entitled. We think that people owe us. Oh, my big brother has to do this. Oh, my sister is abroad or abroad. They have to bring me this. The topic is respect overrated, you know. So a lot of times we think that people should just do for us. Yeah, talking of the book, Own It. So for me, respect is very big. Like I grew up with you had to have manners. There's no two ways about it. I've told the story on this platform of going to a wedding one time and there's a lady sitting there and I'm greeting her. Instead of her answering, but she's just staring at me. She will say, "Show me totally," just looking at me. I'm like, all you have to do is open your mouth and answer. And there are people too, when they see you, they don't know you, but just oh, thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Just for even the mere fact of um, something about you that they don't like, they'll just, act weird and snobbish to you. Yeah, there's people like that. They see you and then they give you these dirty looks. It's not respectful. You don't know me. All you can say is hello. Even if you choose not to say hello, that is even quite okay. You just move along, but there's no need to disrespect me by giving me dirty looks. Look, when I was younger, maybe, let me put it this way. Sometimes in life, you haven't found yourself or you don't really know who you are. So you are wandering around and people come and treat you anyhow, and you think that there's something wrong with you. It is not you. They have the problem. You have to learn to separate and push back and tell people that, no, I'm not putting up with this. You can't say this to me. Uh-huh. And then too, we have on talking about respect. This is what I've seen when you go home to visit and you go into these stores, provision stores. Oh my goodness. There's one at Tessano. So I live in North Carnation. One time my brother-in-law took me to one at Tessano, and this woman has squeezed her face in just the way she was behaving. And I'm comparing it to here, like in the diaspora here where I am, when you go into a store and they are not they don't show good customer service, you can call the manager and report and say, hey, I came into the store, this or that happened. But even they know, usually somebody will reach out, hello, how are you doing today? They'll talk to you, or if you need help, they'll come and ask you and assist you. But with us, so I find that even the Ghanaian shops here, yeah, you go into the shops. So we've come from over there to over here, and we are still exhibiting those same behaviors. They are so rude, they are crass, no eye contact. You talk to them, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, um, in life, there's always opportunity to grow and change. When the Obroni man leaves here to go back there, when the Obroni man goes back there, they also learn something from us. So we've also come here, we need to learn from them. How I feel is that you pick the good aspects. For me, I picked the good aspects of how I was raised. I picked the good aspects from this environment and I put them together. You can't just come and live somewhere and not change. A lot of times we're just stuck in our own environments, dealing with our own people, and nothing, no new experiences are rubbing up on us. So we just keep behaving the same ways. But in human society, the basic principle of being polite, being respectful of people. They need not need of giving, yeah, they need not be given looks. Sometimes they give you dirty looks. I remember, I won't say the story. It's okay. It's just amazing. Yeah. No. So the thing is that when we talk about respect, it's about you, the human being, placing value on yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Auntie Nana. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. It's you, the person, putting value on yourself. So I have a question in the book that I ask: honor yourself. Do you find it hard to honor yourself? And if so, why? There are a lot of people, you see, the way that we were raised, we were always taught to respect others. Nobody focused on teaching us about, self love, loving yourself first. Even I always go to this scripture: love your neighbor as yourself. If you are a regular on this platform, you always hear me talking about it. We always focus on the other people and not ourselves. You can't give everything away like that. It leaves you drained. There's people who are in the diaspora and they are killing themselves, sending money to everybody because they feel they have to take care of everybody, and they are stuck in small, small rooms. They are not doing anything for themselves here. Even on a day off, they can't go and enjoy life. Right now, it's spring. You can go out walking, you can go to the park, you can go do any activity. They don't even do that. A lot of us on our days off, we go for some extra shift somewhere. You are not respecting yourself. You are not honoring yourself. No, you are not. Yeah, it's a hard lesson, but you have to sit down, think about it, take care of yourself. If you're not respecting yourself, honoring yourself, yes, happy yourself. You are right. If you are not doing it, nobody will do it for you. And the sad reality is this: you are overworking yourself. Pretty soon it starts showing up in your body in the form of diseases. Thank you, diseases, sicknesses. And I'm sorry, some of it even it leads to death. A few years ago, I can't say how long ago, whether it was 10 years or what have you, but I'm in Edmonton and we used to hear people in Toronto, a lot of stories. Oh, this person, they went to bed, they didn't wake up. Young people, just because they are working 3, 4 jobs. Even if a lot of times, even if it's not sending money to people, it's just going to build big mansions there because so and so has done it. So we have to prove a point. In all this, you've lost yourself. You're not honoring yourself. You're not respecting yourself. There's limits to what any human being can do, and you have to come first. With us, because of the Christian upbringing, when you start to think of self, they call you, oh, you are selfish. But the same Bible said, love your neighbor as yourself. So respect yourself enough to love and honor yourself. Figure out what is good for you, what is not good for you. Learn to treat people right. Learn to treat people right. It's all in the way we talk to each other, what we do. Yeah. And also believe that you deserve respect. So if anybody is disrespecting you, you call them out on it. If you see people these days, you have to be careful because the society has become a bit, things are not what they used to be at first. But I'm just saying that when you're in sometimes you see other people being mistreated and you say, oh, it's not me, so I don't care. If you are in that same environment and you don't do anything about it, it'll come on you. So I'm talking of, say, in a school situation, you're playing with people and you see one child bullying the other, and you are the other child. Don't say, oh, because they're my friend. Speak up. Say, hey, don't treat that person like that. Don't do that. It is not right. We need to learn to stand up for each other. We don't know that as a community. The concept of, like some places, they are very patriotic, very nationalistic. They've been taught to love themselves. They've been taught to honor themselves. It's like was it which team was it? Was it the Japanese team or South Korea? I can't remember. But at the most recent soccer, whatever they call it, in Qatar, after they lost, even they spent time cleaning up the stadium. That is an identity, a national identity. What is ours? Right now, for me, and this is my opinion, from what I see on social media, all I think our national identity has become is insults. We become a people, nobody, we don't have polite discussions with each other. It's just insults because you don't agree with me. Oh, thank you. God bless you. You don't agree with me. So, like I'm saying, you deserve respect. A lot of us are caught in these circumstances. The communal lifestyle has gotten, you see, we complain because in the diaspora where we live, they are very individualistic. You are taught to be an individual, you have your own opinions. We are missing that on our side. We're all lumped together. You are all, you can't have an individual identity, but no, you have to have it. You have to have it. Yeah. So you need to learn to own yourself. What do you stand for? I love myself. I can't disrespect other people, and other people cannot disrespect me. When you are around people who have a good sense, a good head on their shoulders, the way they interact with people, the way they talk, it's so lovely to watch. You'd say, oh, this person is a well-rounded person. They know what to do in each circumstance. It's because they've been raised that way. Even if they were not, they've gone and learned it, you know. Sometimes if you don't know something, we laugh about things like, Sister Nana, are you on? Um, in Britain, when I was growing up, I used to read a lot of these British books, Barbara Cartland and all this high society, Nema Nema. And so the way to hold your fork, the way to do this, I don't know it all, but at least I know how to handle a fork and knife. I'm saying polite society, there's certain behaviors that are expected of us. So you can't just go around unleashing and disrespecting people just like that. You don't know who anybody is. Whether you know who they are or not, they don't have to be Mr. Vice President of Coca-Cola before you show them respect. Give everybody their due honor and their due respect. That's all that I can say. And so, if you don't know how to respect yourself, the question is what can help shift your thinking into believing that you are worthy of respect? A lot of us, especially the women, we are caught in cliques and groups and friendships and that, and we can't own ourselves. We don't think for ourselves. We're following group dynamics. Oh, we're going to buy this cloth. You don't have the money. You'll go and buy it. Oh, we're going to do this. Even it's like you as an individual, it's your day off. I've given this example before, about personal goals. You know that you want to go back to school and go, oh, my day off is the day that I can make the calls or fill applications online or talk to a counselor, whoever. and then and then your friend calls, oh, I'm going to go do this or this or that. Because you are not a really strong person and you are so into following, people, you don't step back and say, I'm sorry, today is not the day. I have other plans. Because of what people will say, you are not respecting yourself, you are not honoring yourself. So things like that. And we have to, if we are like that, what is happening to our kids? Yeah. And it becomes complex, or it becomes, I don't know what word to use, but especially with the values we have, and then we are raising kids here. And so if you are not standing up in this environment, everybody knows they are right. They know where to go when something is not going well and all that. And you choose to be your still timid self. Oh, as for me, this is how we were brought up. Oh, as for us, we don't measure up to these people. We should stay here. No, 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 no. So if your child is going to be timid, you guess what's going to be happening to them in school? So it's so important that we learn to respect ourselves. We learn to speak up for ourselves. Honor yourself. Look, it doesn't matter what people think. It is not about people. What do you think about you? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And if you're having problems with that, every day when you get up, stand in the mirror and speak something to yourself. Say a good word to yourself. Smile at yourself. Affirm yourself. This is very difficult because we didn't grow up being taught self-confidence, those life skills about grooming, taking care of yourself. No. So you have to learn it. If you've willed yourself, some people won't change. They are just still the same. Even if they've moved to another environment, they don't believe in changing and they just still stay the same. But in the environment in which we are, there's so many resources, so many things. Look, there's a lady on YouTube. I believe she's in Britain. I forget her page name, but she teaches these things about how to build self-confidence, how to be elegant, how to dress simply without overexpanding, just different things that will help you. But the question is, do we want to learn? So, yes, I won't carry on. We've been here talking about respect, and it's from page 39 to 41 of my book, Own It, a guide to taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey. And I started by saying that, I was raised up being quiet, being timid, we respect grown-ups, respect adults, don't, don't make a fuss, don't create, so it's hard for you as a person to stand up for yourself. But it gets to a point in life that you get an awakening and you go, whoa, who am I? What do I stand for? Do I honor myself? Do I respect myself? Sometimes people can spot weak people a mile off. And it's no disrespect to anybody. There's bullies. And we are seeing it happen even in relationships. A man may pick a weak woman to go and, or a weak vice versa. It's not just men only. So, or a friend, kids will pick somebody that they can bully. So it's important that we teach them ourselves. We learn these skills and we teach it to our kids, how to stand up for yourself, how to respect yourself, how to believe in yourself. It is not overrated in this day and age. There's people that when you call their names, you feel the honor. Like anytime that I see Nelson Mandela quotes, I smile and I go, that's right. There are some people that we hold in high regard because of the respect that they have for people. They you won't hear, well, I won't go there. I was going to talk of American presidents, like you wouldn't see Barack Obama insulting anybody, right? So, I mean, there's politics. Maybe I'm saying that on the national stage, like, no, no. So, respect is not overrated. It's still important in the times in which we live, because if we're going to go around disrespecting each other, pretty soon there will be chaos all around. We'll be like we're in the animal kingdom. We are in a human society living a human experience. We need to know how to treat each other. It starts first by loving yourself, respecting yourself, and extending it to your fellow human being, and never looking down on anybody, snobbing people, thinking you are better than them. It doesn't work. So I'll park it right here. And I'm going to talk about some of the programs that we do on this platform. So on Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner, on Saturdays, we do a Facebook Live. We've been off since the Easter break, so we'll be back not this Saturday, but the next one, April 29th. We are usually on, we do weekly programs, but at this point in time, because I'm home now, I'm able to do programs during the week. So we'll be doing Saturday Facebook Lives every 2 weeks. And then also we have beauty lessons with my favorite auntie. So that is from the book that I showed you earlier. This one. Oh, it's not the background that I want. I'm trying to show you the book and I've gone to the, okay, this one here. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. Let me take the banner off for now so that you can see it properly. So the Beauty of a Woman's Heart. So I share little snippets from it. Like on this platform during the week, you'll see any number of videos, usually to be less than a minute long, and it will be from your favorite auntie saying a word of encouragement to women. And then also we have Own It, which is what we did today. It's with your own ornithologist and queen of Own It. So this book is an Amazon International bestseller on Amazon. And I do reflections also from my first book. So I take a passage from the book and I talk about it. As well, on this platform, I can have question of the day. I haven't done Auntie Yaa'S Nuggets recently, but Pearls of Wisdom is from the Bible. I do a video of about 10 to 20 minutes long based on a passage from the Bible. To give you an example, there's a place in the Bible, one of David's sons was in love with his sister, And so one of his cousins advised him how to get the sister. Very cunning, very tricky, right? So then after Amnon, did whatever he did to Amnon, his sister, who happens to be, that's his half sister, but Amnon was Absalom's full sister. Absalom was very angry. So a few years later, he took revenge. He told his brother, his father, he's having a feast. He invited all his siblings to it. And then he ended up getting rid of his brother. So a servant ran back, to go tell David the news. But guess what? That same person who gave Amnon the idea, to defile his sister was the same person who went to the dad to announce his obituary. He said, "Oh, don't worry, not all your kids are gone. It's only Amnon." So when I did this, if you go on this platform, Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner, you go into videos, you scroll through, look at the titles of what do you call it, Pearls of Wisdom. You'll see it in there somewhere. I forget what I called it. So my point was, be careful of who your associations are. Somebody coming to you, giving you this good idea, and then through that you meet your death, and they are the same person who comes to announce your death to your father. Think about it. Yeah. And then there's a word with you. That's also from the Bible, but it's just less than a minute long. And I do clips also on my unapologetic self. Where is that? Okay, it's over here. It's my 5th book. It'll be coming out later this year. I'm thinking that it might be later this April or May sometime. It's a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. Last but not the least, I have 2 other pages. Auntie Yaa'S, what am I calling it? The Beauty of a Woman's Heart and All for His Glory. But last but not the least, we have Auntie Yaa'S Own It Academy, based on my book Own It. We provide book publishing and coaching services. If you have a story that you want to written, contact us. We'll help you with it. We'll help you to publish your story. And then I provide life coaching. There's people who are stuck. They don't know where to go, where to turn. If you come and talk to us, we'll help you to reset and be on your way. Let me find here's the information. We also provide women empowerment. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart, I said, is a book about women empowerment. So dear woman, do you know who you are? What script are you living by? We are given a script in our environment. Yes, where we come from, women cook, clean, and what have you. But there's more that you as a woman can do in life. So contact us on Messenger, Yaa'S, or by email at ownitbooks@gmail.com. So with that, I will bring the program to an end. We came to talk about respect. Is it overrated? It was a book read. So next time I'll be back with another topic from one of the other books. Thank you so much, those of you who joined us today. I saw some new faces today, and I appreciate you coming on. Sister Patricia, Brother Alfred, Brother Ado, Sister Nana, Auntie Nana Checha. And if you are on and I did not mention your name, thank you for coming on. If you have any comments for us, just leave them and we'll answer them, okay? So do join us. We'll be back another time with another video. Watch this platform every day. There's a post of encouragement. There's a video. There's all kinds of things that we do here. You can feel free also to go through some of the videos. It's all about empowerment. That's what we do. Thank you. Take care until next time. I appreciate you all joining us. Bye for now. Bye-bye.